Derek Jackson, now it's Ace Metaphor. Allegedly, Scipius Maximus, Ace Metaphor, has been smashing everybody on the show of tonight's conversation.
You have people who have not been in a successful relationship going on tour and creating their relationship narrative.
Ace Metaphor. Actually, it just entered the video.
That's great.
A man that would tell you what you want to hear is a very dangerous man. They just said Ace Metaphor was smashing the whole crew.
All right, y'all. Can we chat about Ace Metaphor and Miss Keita Rose? Look, Keita Rose done blew up Ace Metaphor. I'm talking about blew it up. She's doing a part at the part series, kind of like Risa Tisa, and I'm all the way here for it. Now, also, I want to say I do take things with a grain of salt when someone is only speaking of stuff now because they're mad, they got fired. But in her defense, she did have an NDA, so she couldn't explain everything. But Keita is saying that Ace Metaphor was sleeping with all his guys. I'm not surprised. I used to love them relationship men until I realized, like, they really not about what they be preaching about. And that is why a lot of people stay single. I think sometimes that we're watching people and listening to people on the internet and they not even really living that life. Like, I used to love Tony Gaskins, and we're going to get into Tony Gaskins later on in this conversation. But I used to love Tony Gaskins until I heard him say, ladies wait to merge, but you said you and your wife didn't even wait to merge, and it's like, I can't take advice from someone who don't even practice what they preach. I used to listen to all of them: Action Jackson, Ace Metaphor, RC Blakes. I still respect and like RC Blakes. That's the only one I still listen to. Tony Gaskins, Mike Todd, who else? I don't know, but any of them that was Blake, I was listening to him. Now, Keita either got fired or quit. One time I seen someone saying that she got fired. Next, I see this, she's saying that she quit because he was narcissistic. He wasn't really paying, allegedly, he wasn't really paying her money, gave her money to her ex-boyfriend or something like that. Was smashing all of them, and it's funny because I always talk about how men in power are always doing stuff where you can smash them and like holding that over your head. In one instance, she says they never liked her, but then she says that she stayed there so long because she liked the cast. And then you all know, well, I hope you guys will know that Ace Metaphor has this viral card game. Like, he really the one that came out and popped out with it, but actually he stole that from Action Jackson, aka Derek Jackson. Derek just ain't know how to market it, and look, Ace Metaphor just knew how to market that thing. And selling stuff, especially online, it's all about how you can market stuff. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the video. I don't want to keep y'all too long in the beginning of the video. But just a quick little disclaimer, everything in this video is my personal opinion. This video is strictly for pure entertainment, real conversation, real topics with my real homegirls, my real internet homegirls, that is. And this video is not to talk down on anybody. We just having a conversation that's already out there on the internet. Let's get into it.
So this is the creator of the pod. This is Randy Rosario, Mike the Poet, Trip Fontaine, Fine Ass Keita Rose, and Mojo Gaja. A lot of you guys are like, well, I don't care about this. Where's my favorite? Oh, shit, there she go to your favorite. She be dropping them gems. This is Kitty Rose. She got Randy out quick, fast. She said, I want your spot. How can I manipulate everyone to get it? I'm going to detail that, though, in the following episodes. It's going to be like 500 episodes. Uh-oh, bonus feature. This guy says he used to be with Kitty, but that can't be true because it would have been around the time she was married, and she can't stand side bitches, and she can't stand cheating women. The drama, the tea. Hope we all heal.
Now, you always got to watch out for a man that is trying to be, like, overly attractive, pandering to women. They're single, but they always talking about love. They always talking about treating a woman right. Because I been noticed this about their future wifey, allegedly, in my opinion. Not even in my opinion, but I heard that he be smashing many of the guests that come, the single women that come on his show, and his show is about like finding a wife. But out of all these women that come on this show that's single, you can't find one to settle down with. So it's like, babe, are you really looking for a future wifey? And he used to be a habitual cheater on top of that. So I wouldn't take that advice anyway. But what I'm saying is watch out for them kind of men. Being single actually sells. Just think about apps like Tinder, Bumble. They don't really want you to find your match. They want you to be single because it makes them money, keeps bringing them in money. All these people, they don't want you to find nobody. Just like I don't think a man should be listening to men like Kevin Samuels, Anton Daniels. I do follow Anton, but I don't watch the videos where he's talking about women because they do that like being mean to women. Oh, women, you don't qualify for that, man. Basically like humbling women, especially when it comes to black women, especially when it comes to humbling single mothers. I don't watch them shows either because they're catering to black men. I don't believe that most of the stuff they actually believe either. They just know being mean to black women, it actually brings in a lot of views.
He's a pander bear. A man that panders to get what he wants speaks to you just like this right here.
Stop letting these men play in your face as if you're not beautiful, as if you're not worth it, as if there is a man right now praying to God to eventually meet you. You are somebody's he who finds a good thing.
And the whole time he's full of shit. I had an OG on here, right? His name was Pastor Poppy Don. He would pander just to get women. And it would be beautiful women too. Like he would show me how he gets down. And I'm like, damn, all right, OG, I see you. But it's all a master plan to get you to sleep with them. It's that easy. All common sense. Most men think the same. So if you have a man coming out the woodworks just saying some outlandish bullshit like, oh, and just telling you what you want to hear, you have to be like, okay, he's on to something. Like he has a plan and he's going to execute. You know what I'm saying? The power of the tongue is crazy. But most men think the same, just like most women think the same. So don't sit here and just believe anything a man says. The thing with Ace Metaphor is Ace Metaphor has 1 million followers, right, on TikTok. Pastor Poppy Don, he had like 700,000. If you want to make it in social media, man or woman, if you're a man, pander to the women. If you're a woman, pander to the men. Just say what the opposite gender wants to hear, and you will make it on the internet. I've seen it time and time again. Am I surprised that Ace Metaphor is moving how he moves and is getting exposed for it? No. It happens over and over. It's just like that Yada Awakening dude. He makes a bag off of telling women what they want to hear. Bash men, make the women seem like the good ones. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. It doesn't matter. That's how they do it.
The fact that Derek Jansen and Ace Metaphor was an actual group, it's just so funny to me. I can just picture them laughing at us, like just laughing at all the women that listen to them, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they actually falling for this. But you think about it, like they making a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, allegedly millions of dollars doing this. They're like celebrities because it's like every woman wants to date them because it's like, oh my gosh, it's finally a good man, a single good man. But they're actually just lying. They're actually just like the rest. And they can smash anybody they want, probably like 10, 20 women a night. Oh, and I need a big favor. Don't forget to like this video. Like the video. It is absolutely free. Cost you nothing. And please subscribe to the channel.
Number one, I'm not one of those friends that fall out with a friend and tell their business. These hoes actually never liked me at all. This isn't a hurt people situation. This is a you're around and now you're gonna find out. A lot of you are saying, this seems a little one-sided, Keita. Right, because I'm the only one talking. So, since your faves get paid to speak on a daily basis, they should have no problem speaking out. Before it was Tonight's Conversation, live and uncut, it was Tonight's Conversation, Love, Sex, and Relationships, the tour. I had never been on tour before. I was content creating and working HR at Kraft Macaroni and Cheese. I was HR there. By the way, since we're doing this, y'all probably shouldn't be eating that shit either, but if they sue me, they're going to take my son, so I best be shutting that ass up. But I got to meet some really great people. I met the very talented Jay Martinez, the very funny TC Caldwell, the really beautiful and talented K-Love the Poet, and Joe! Look how happy I am. Stupid girl. This healed, emotionally mature, ready for marriage man. Honestly, this show was a vibe. It was a vibe. It was intimate. It was positive. I had millions of followers. TC had millions of followers, but he lost his page. And when he lost his page, Mojo Jojo said, "You're no longer valuable. Goodbye." This is my best friend, and the reason why I'm in this predicament, she was following Mojo Jojo and couldn't believe he picked me to be on tour. So when Mojo Jojo hired me, he said that we were going to make a lot of money because he had done a lot of shows. This wasn't his first show. This was my first tour, but not his. He used to be on tour with, who's that? Apparently it started out a card game, but then they like moved it to making content and then moved it on the road. I don't know. So one of the products sold on tour that made the tour and made him so lucrative is his card game. But word on the curb, allegedly is this was not his idea. A little birdie told me that the card game was his idea, but he just didn't know how to market it right. Good thing Mojo Jojo is a master marketer. Ooh. Unfortunately, this is going to be the end of part 2. But don't worry, we're going to give you a sneak peek of what's to come in part 3.
That's what I'm telling you. Why? Wait, so y'all men really don't like getting y'all ass? No. Man, for what? Y'all better be glad I ain't no hoe shit. Cause I be making ass. I like for men to pee on me.
Back in 2023, I believe, Tony Gaskins was on Hardly Initiated, basically kind of talking about Ace Metaphor and like how he's being dangerous with his platform, because he is kind of being dangerous. A lot of women are looking up to him, but he's not a man of God. He's kind of leaving them astray. I ain't gonna say he's the cause, but he's like promoting broken homes. Like if you're not really being serious about dating, like when you under the age of 25, that's cool, but over 25 and up, I always say like you should start being like intentional about dating them, right? Like, what's the intentions of this guy even dating you for? Like, I think that's why a lot of us get caught up sometimes when you don't ask, like, what are your intentions? Because you could be thinking relationship, marriage. The man could be thinking just being single. Like, this was me the other day. This man, he was like whispering sweet nothings into my ear or whatever. So I need to know, I'm 30. I need to know, like, what are your intentions with me? And he said a whole bunch of nothing. And it was like, it was basic. It was vague. Like, I'm trying to get to know you. I want a long lasting relationship or something like that. Like, but do you want marriage? And a relationship could mean any little thing. Like, talking is a relationship, not a committed one, but it's a relationship nevertheless. So we got to be clear. And he was playing games.
I remember when I first saw this clip, I was like, yeah, they don't got much time.
We have people who have not been in a successful relationship going on tour and creating the relationship narrative.
Ace Metaphor. Actually, it just entered the video.
That's crazy.
And I think he wants to actually respond on his perspective.
What is the purpose of dating?
If you're being intentional, is to find a husband or wife.
Correct.
Is that the reason why everyone dates?
If someone is dating for sex, us as people with a platform should be promoting what is going to benefit society, not what is going to confuse.
Tony Gaskins is a man of God. And he gave him a warning. That was basically a warning like, yo, what you're doing, you know what you're doing. You know you're not trying to cultivate healthy relationships and bringing men and women together to have
the hookup culture
good,
continues.
long, fulfilling families. No, what you're doing is everything opposite of that. He goes on to say that, you know, if not everybody is dating to get married, well, why are you dating? If you're promoting healthy relationships, why are you dating? See, we have influence on here, and what you do with your influence is important. And Ace was warned by a man of God, like, yo, this is not the way to go. You're not even married. And what's worse is he knew the word. If you listen to that podcast, he knew what the Bible said about marriage, two people coming together in a covenant and all that. But still, you still choose to go against it.
Ace Metaphor wanted to replace Derek Jackson, and he did. But my thing is, it's not easy building a big platform. You got to deal with a lot of stuff, right? So why do all this hard work just to rip it down? You see what happened to Derek Jackson, and basically, allegedly, he's doing the same thing. Ain't nobody saying you can't smash, but you better make sure that it just never gets out, and it's always going to get out. So just stop it. Stop it. Like, if you really want to help. And maybe they should stop pandering to, us women and really just be honest. Now, you don't got to be rude because, like I said, there's a difference between being rude and being honest.
Trip Fontaine has left the show. Keita Rose has left the show. And a lot of tea is starting to be spilled. But I've seen Ace Metaphor's videos. And something in my heart of hearts just didn't feel right. Because he was simping super hard, right? He was tickling women's ears, telling them everything that they wanted to hear. He was really essentially trying to fill that Derek Jackson space, right? And when you see a man, ladies, telling you everything that you want to hear and everything sounds perfect, you don't disagree with anything that he's saying, he's coming for your cheeks and your pocketbook, for both, okay? He's coming for your cheeks and your purse and your money, okay? You guys have to stop falling. And I would say that Yada Awakening is right in this bunch. Derek Jackson is in this bunch. Ace Metaphor is in this bunch. Stop falling for these guys out here that are telling you everything that you want to hear. Because when it comes out, what they're actually doing, all of a sudden now you're questioning everything. If you agree with everything that a man says, he's lying to you.
Like, I can't believe Ace Metaphor been doing all of this. I personally never watched tonight's conversation, but every time I would see one of their ads and like I would hear Kitty Rolls, because that was my favorite. Like when I see the ad come on, I would resonate most with Kitty Rolls or whatever. So I liked it. I was like, oh, I might go to that one day. I didn't even know how much it costs, but I was like, oh, I might go to that one day. But that's not really my thing. But Ace Metaphor, basically, allegedly, he was like talking down on his members, like, yeah, I'm the big dog, I'm the boss, who are you? You don't got the look. Like, dang, I would hate to be in that environment. Because that's personally why I don't really like working jobs, because I be feeling like the manager, a lot of the times, they act like you need the job. I don't. I got multiple streams of revenue, or like you gotta work there. And it's like, no. And like a lot of the times, they'll just get slave master.
Oh, Keita just broke down into tears. She just broke down into tears, and you can tell she was going through it. I even wrote down some of the stuff that she said. Basically, Ace Metaphor was telling people that they are pathetic. He told her she ain't gonna be shit. He's big dog. He's like, you don't have a certain look, you have to have a certain look. He was really breaking people down and exploiting people for their pain. And she and Randy saying they're gonna come out with a docuseries that's going to talk about everything that went on in tonight's conversation. They even used an example about, you know, if you ever went to their show, they basically break out and they meet the fans. And Ace was like, oh, we're going to get security for everyone. And then eventually someone was like, oh, no, y'all can't have security for everyone. That's not in the budget. Only certain people are going to have security. And that time when I went, Richie didn't have security. He has his friend. Keita didn't have a security. Randy didn't have a security. And I'm like, come on, like, you never know. There's a whole bunch of crazy fans out here, and y'all not even providing these people with security to be safe.
When you start to get money, a lot of people can't handle it, and they get this big old ego. But you should not get a big old ego, because really his personality and him trying to smash his co-host or whatever is really what's going to get him deplatformed. Because I've been seeing a lot of people say, I'm gonna cancel my tickets, because it's for real. It's like, what's the point of going to a show if you're not practicing what you preaching? Now, if he were just smashing fans, that would be a little bit different. But it's like you taking advantage of your co-host, making it a toxic work environment.
This is Ace Metaphor. Actually, no, wait, that's Derek Jackson. This is Ace Metaphor. Actually, no, that's Pastor Poppy. Now, let me try this one more time. This is Ace Metaphor from the live podcast show, Tonight's Conversation. This show is basically like The View or a daytime talk show meets a live panel at night, and all they talk about is dating. That's what this show is. Or was. This show is done. Tonight's Conversation is now yesterday's rumor. So why is Mojo Jojo relevant? Because this guy, like this guy, and this guy built a platform on pandering towards women. And if you know anything about guys who build platforms on pandering towards women, you know where this story is going. Long story short, bro was running through them. All that yapping he was yapping towards women, he was not standing on that shit. When the drama of all of that started coming out, it surprised no man on planet Earth. Y'all consistently fall for these pandering accounts. Y'all want to be in an echo chamber so bad. Bro was telling y'all sweet nothings. All
right, quick synopsis, because it's Friday night, and I ain't trying to hold you. But any dating coach that is single, you got to take their advice with a grain of salt. What you supposed to do, you take what you need and you spit out the bones. You eat the meat, spit out the bones. I do believe Keita, because when people get money, they act a little crazy, but Ace said whatever she's saying, it just ain't true. But who knows, everything will come to the light. Don't forget to like this video. Please like the video. Comment, subscribe, turn the post notification bells on so you know the next time I upload, which will be on Sunday. I'll see y'all. I love y'all. And thank you so much for 6,000 subscribers. Hey guys, I created the ultimate manifestation journal. This is everything that I use to attract my dream life. Everything that I use to make a full-time income online. Because before I learned about attracting and not just doing stuff just to be doing it and actually being intentional, I wasn't making money. But when I learned to attract, manifest, and turn my thoughts from negative to positive, that's when I really was able to start making money. And like I always say, it's no sense of just watching online and you're not at least being able to pay for your car payment, pay for your mortgage, daycare. Like, even if you just want to make $500 a month online, like, this is absolutely positive with these techniques. And it's not always just about money. And the book is not all about money. The book is also helping you be able to get closer to God, helping you improve your self-esteem, helping you have self-love. It's like really like an all-in-one book. Now, I created this journal from nothing. Like I said, this is stuff that I use every single day. Every single day. I don't take just random action. Everything that I do is intentional. And I can promise you, this book is life-changing. Because like I said, it changed my life. This is everything that I use. It changed my life, literally. So if you're tired of struggling, like I said, you want to make a couple extra $500 to extra couple $1,000 every single month online, you need to get this book. If you're ready to stop like being down on yourself, having low self-esteem, you need to get this book. If you want to get a closer relationship to God, it's a lot of prompts in here. You need to get this book. They said YouTube paid Mr. Beast like $600 million last year. We just trying to get a piece of the pie. We just trying to make an extra couple $1,000 a month online. Like I said, it's absolutely possible. And this book is filled with nothing but gems. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, this book also has inner healing, how to heal your inner child wounds, childhood trauma. And this book is 117 pages. And I ain't gonna lie to you, you probably gonna cry after reading the whole entire book.